Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's May 23rd, 2017. In the news headlines this morning, they're reporting that Sir Roger Moore, the third actor to play James Bond, has passed away at age 89. And what I'm going to show you is that his death is no coincidence today, but is part of the ritual that is connected to yesterday's false flag attack at Manchester Arena. And there's a lot we're going to go through, but just to get you started, look at this recent headline from March 11th. March 11th, 2016. Everyone thinks Ariana Grande's new single, Dangerous Woman, sounds like a perfect James Bond theme. Just yesterday at the Manchester Arena, a loud bang was heard that supposedly now killed 22 people on the 22nd, 22 the master builder number in numerology, but supposedly killed 22 people on the 22nd while the song Dangerous Woman was being played. And just in case you've missed my work on this, here's the story yesterday, Ariana Grande singing Dangerous Woman, which they emphasize. We're going to talk about the language of gematria. Dangerous Woman equals 62. The May 22nd attack came 62 days from the March 22nd attack. Know that the word May-sun in gematria equals 62, like Dangerous Woman. And think about what month we're in, May, under the May-sun. Masonry has a lot to do with the knowledge of this world, the position of the sun, the mathematics. The Masons are builders. One of their most famous problems, the 47th problem of Euclid, about how to make a square foundation using a star in the sky. So this is what Masonry is about, building, knowing this world, the secrets within, including this language, gematria. Anyhow, March 22nd was a date with 62 numerology, matching the word Mason, just like how the attack came 62 days later during Dangerous Woman. Masonry, based in Jewish history, the Old Testament, the word for God, Elohim, in the Jewish faith, 62, just like the Jewish holy book, the Torah. The first attack on the date with 62 numerology was right by Parliament, close proximity to the Queen. These are special numbers. And look up the original definition of terrorism from a century ago. The original definition, as printed in dictionaries, even into the early 1900s, was government by intimidation. That's what the definition of terrorism was, and that's exactly what we have here in the U.S., in the UK, in the New World Order, which is all over this world, which is what we're going to get to with James Bond. But I just wanted you to see this parallel. James Bond dies the day after this attack, where this song was playing Dangerous Woman. And with regards to this article being written March 11th, 2016, that date in the UK is written 11/3. We were just talking about this last night in regards to the name Grande. Has the 113 coding in the Talmud. It's Bava Kama 113a that says it's okay for someone who's Jewish to lie to somebody who isn't. And know who runs your media worldwide. Mainstream 113. Dishonest 113. Not true, 113. This number has everything to do with dishonesty. Perjury, 113. Infidelity, 113. Fiction, 113. Bullshit, 113. And there's even more. So many things that have to do with dishonesty are 113. And our television is absolutely dishonest. You know, lying to us, selling us false ideas, concepts, materialism, toxic food. People got to wake up. They got to tune out from the programming and get back into reality and seeing what's going on in this world. Not enough people doing that. So we talked about 113 yesterday. So interesting that this article was written March 11th, 2016, comparing Bond and Dangerous Woman. And I'll show you something else cool about the song in Bond. Bond sums to 73. So does the word Mason in reverse ordinal. We're talking about Freemasonry. Look at Dangerous Woman. Also has the 73 connection. And if you doubt that this is Masonry, let me come down a little bit further here. On March 22nd, they had out this big red helicopter, you know, supposedly this terror attack, this ISIS-inspired person, just like they're now saying today's is, very predictable. But look right on the side, London Freemasons, with the Freemason compass and square. Each leg of the compass, like you used in geometry class, kicked out at 23.5 degrees. We'll cover it. We'll get to a truth seeker. But I just want you to see these overwhelming parallels to begin. Now let's go through the rest of this. And please remember, the BBC, the big news station in the UK, B's the second letter, C's the third, so BBC is 223. We're going to be talking about 223, another Masonic signature number. But here's Roger Moore. He was born in October 14th, 1927. He's died today, May 23rd, 23/5, kind of like 23.5, the number of degrees on the Freemason compass. And why that number? Because the tropics of this earth, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, that measure the solstices, that measure time, they're at 23.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees south. And almost all of this, again, comes back to the mathematics of this world. It's all part of Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, the belief that God created the world with language, when God merged the letter with the number. But notice here, Sir Roger Moore got the 2,350th star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, October 11th, 2007. He got 235. 235, dead on 23/5. Remember, Hollywood equals 33, like Masonry, like secrecy, like actor. And again, I'll link this calendar down below so you can come verify all this. But these are your 4 base methods right here. Hollywood, actor, Masonry, secrecy, special number. And what it's all about is our human spine, which has 33 vertebrae that travels up to the skull, which houses the pineal gland, the mind's eye. Skull 33, pineal 33. If you type in the word people 33, the word person 33, society 33, order 33, nervous, our nervous system 33. If you look at your, if you're an English-speaking person and you look at your keyboard, your home row, the spine of your keyboard, as it's called in typing class, is ASDFGHJKL. 33. Like the number of vertebrae you got in your back. This language, what English is built on. And again, it's all based on relevant mathematics of this world. So, the third James Bond, who became Bond in 73, has died on a very symbolic date at a very symbolic time. Notice he became Bond in 73, 44 years ago. Today is Jerusalem Day. It's Jerusalem Day. Special day. Jerusalem Day equals 44. Notice it's also 73. Interesting. There were 44 kings of ancient Israel. Donald Trump's president number 45, but he's only the 44th person to be president because Grover Cleveland had a split term. And he's in Israel, which has gematria 44. The Zionist nation, Zion is 44. He's with Netanyahu, 44. Yesterday, the date of the terror attack by the numbers, he went to the Western Wall. Western Wall, 44. There were 44 kings of ancient Israel. One more time, the United States of America is New Jerusalem. Jerusalem has gematria of 32 like America, 58 like United States, 104, 7, 4, 17, 76, 7 plus 4 plus 17 plus 76, 104. Look at the 139. Watch what happens when I write in America. 139. You see these numbers? 7, 4, 17, 76. If you go 7 plus 4 plus 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6, it's 32. Also 50 states. None of this stuff is arbitrary. It's all part of the code. The United States of America, founded by Masonic banker tyrants, warmongers, it's always been a Jewish state. The United States is absolutely a Jewish state. Jewish 74, Masonic 74, Holiday 74, Independence Day 74. When spelled correctly. There we go. Over in the UK, it's London 74. Think about how we celebrate the Ides of March, the stabbing of Caesar on the 74th day of the year, March 15th, killing 74. Caesar, the reflection 47, like president is 47. Anyway, come back on topic. It's 44 years since he died. Jerusalem Day, the United States of America, the UK, the two most essential nations in establishing modern Israel. The World Wars, the planned, the Balfour Declaration, history that most people don't know about. I want to check real quick what date October 11th was, or, what date in the calendar year, how many days are left. Could be something interesting there. October 11th leaves 81 days left in the year. I call that the ritual number. Ritual has gematria 81 forwards and back. Think about how Trump's number 45. Think about the 27 club. This man born in 27. That could be coincidental. Something interesting about October, though, in light of Hollywood, October is the only month with 33 gematria. October. And he did on 10, what was the date again? October 11th. So 10/11. Kind of like 111. October, you use the Sumerians also, 666. Think about Halloween. In case you never noticed, it's about Halloween in gematria. Halloween equals 41, that special number. 41, the 13th prime. Lots of kids dress up as James Bond. It's on 10/31. 10 plus 31, 41. 41, special number, the 13th prime. USA, 41. No place like home, 41. Anyway. 44 years later, James Bond, dead by the numbers. On May 23rd, 23.5 degrees on the compass. May 23rd, the 143rd day of the year. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 143. The Grand Lodge of Scottish Rite in England, established in 1717. The word Mason, the small way, 17. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, also 325. As we write it in the U.S., 5/23, that's this date in reverse, This perfect date, May sun, the tropics, 23.5 degrees. Remember that May 23rd also leaves 222 days left in the year. Talk about that in a second. This date he's died on, a date with a life lesson number of 38. Part of the reason I've been saying this date's so fateful for a year and a half now, I've been looking at this date for a year and a half and James Bond dies on it, is because of this 38 numerology. Number of death and killing. Number around destruction. 38. James Bond passing on a very fitting date in connection to the false flag a day before. He has died 144 days before his 90th birthday. 90, that special number. 90 degrees on the square on the Freemason logo. 90, when you write it out, sums to 33. The only other number that way, that's 16. So he's died 144 days, and we see this pattern again and again. People dying 144 days from their birthday, a number that represents time. Time, a certain killer. He has died 221 days from his 89th birthday. The Bavarian Illuminati equals 221. That's funny. When I wrote 89 up here, I obviously had King James on my mind. This is a typo. This should say the Bavarian Illuminati 221. King James does equal 89. So he's died at age 89, 144 days from turning 90, 221 days after turning 89. The Bavarian Illuminati 221. Donald Trump became president 221 days after turning 70. After having this number coded next to his name and headlines all year, which we documented. 89, though, it really makes me think of King James, especially in the UK, who has a Bible named after him. Again, all of this code goes back to biblical times. Hebrew. King James. Remember LeBron James won on the real King James's birthday last year? The Warriors went down with 89 points on the real King James's birthday. It's also 7 months and 9 days. Murder equals 79. 31 weeks and 4 days. Kind of like 3.14 for pi. Circles, cycles, life, death. If you count the full span, it would be 222 days. And 2 representing duality, life and death. But also May 23rd being the day that leaves 222 days left in the year. Some interesting things about James Bond. Just talked about how big this number is with Chris Cornell passing. Chris Cornell, his death, a ritual with the upcoming solar eclipse, the first of its kind in 99 years in the United States of America. The United States of America, 99. 13, 99. How strange, the first of its kind in 99 years. Anyway, Chris Cornell, who sang a lot about the sun, the black hole sun, the shadow on the sun, fell on black days. These songs were all foreshadowing his fate. In Fell on Black Days, which equals 52, he sings, "Could this be my fate?" He wants to know. Anyway, 52 is a special number. James Bond 52, Government 52, Authority 52, NWO 52. The Pope and the President are meeting tomorrow, May 24th, the 144th day of the year. They're both Jesuits. Jesuit Order 144. You're fired 144. We just saw Bill O'Reilly get fired from Fox News, the Jesuit that he is, the same day he was with the Pope. 144 days from his birthday. Just like Mr. James Bond has passed 144 days from his own birthday. Bill O'Reilly got fired. We've seen a lot of people visit with the Pope and then step down from their positions. So anyway, NWO 52, Pope 52, President 52. On September 23rd, 2015, 23/9, kind of like 239, which is the 52nd prime number, we saw the Pope and President meet at the White House. That's the 266th day of the year, Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. Not arbitrary. The Pope took the White House lawn to speak at 9:23 in the morning, September 23rd, which is New Year's Day of the French Republican calendar. The flag in the U.S. was sewn at 239 Arch Street in Philadelphia. We're going to transition to another topic here in just a second, and I want to introduce it through Philadelphia real quick. Philadelphia equals 223, biblical city. In Revelation, letter written to the Church of Philadelphia about how the false Jews, the synagogue of Satan, will rule in the end times. The synagogue of Satan, 223, just like Philadelphia. Let me see if I remember this right. That's right. The Star-Spangled Banner. Think about our song, our theme song here in the U.S., the bombs bursting in air. From the beginning, it's been violence, war, destruction. You flip that number around. Now, don't overlook the 119 either. That's our number for all-seeing eyes, Star of David, master plan. Think about September 11th, the bombs bursting in air. You flip that number around, you get the military-industrial complex, which equals 322, term coined by Eisenhower. He said our U.S. government had become a for-profit killing machine more than 50 years ago. And he said if we didn't stop it, it would grow to be a monster none of us could fathom. Here we are in 2017 with false fear at a concert for 13-year-old girls. What a bunch of goons that rule over us. You know, I mean, they're already awful, but now they have to go to the 13-year-old girls' concert where they've convinced all the parents to dress up their daughters in, you know, skirts that are up their ass. They're just starting puberty. It's just sick, this world, and people aren't saying anything about any of this. But anyway, in all of this false fear porn, It's always, they use the religion. They use the things that we're most divided over already to provoke us, to steer us. The religions of the world that people fight over are the Abrahamic religions. That's Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, 322. And all of these religions are based on the ancient mystery religions, which is also 322. This is what Yale's Skull and Bones is all about. You know, the Masonic Order. George W. Bush oversaw September 11th. His father, 11 years to the day of September 11th, gave the speech about the New World Order, a world freer of terror. Notice the 119 there as well. This gematria is part of this old world ancient mystery religion knowledge that they've always used. But with regards to 223, the name James in satanic gematria is 223. If you're going, what's satanic gematria? It's this. It's where instead of A to Z being 1 to 26, it is A is 36, Z is 61. And what's interesting about 36 is if you add every number together, I'll just show you this right here. If you write 666 here, it'll show you that the triangular number is 36. That means if you add every number up to 36, it totals 666. And just think about 36. It's kind of like saying 3 sixes, you know? This is probably where base 10 counting comes from, truly. This number is so significant, 666. It's hidden within NASA's name in gematria. NASA has the astronaut in space for 666 consecutive days, a record. But satanic gematria, very relevant cipher. And with regards to Donald Trump being in Israel, the home of the synagogue of Satan on May 23rd, read it and weep. Donald Trump, 523. 523 is the 99th prime number. Like the United States of America, which is New Jerusalem, you see? Talking about this death of James Bond, 144 days from his birthday. If you write out 13, it sums to 99. They were just telling you that WannaCry impacted 99 countries. If you missed my work on WannaCry, you better check it out. All of this stuff is false propaganda leading us to a needless war, another needless war in history, all foreshadowed in the headlines. So I want to thank the people who tip me off, the people who contribute the good comments, always sharing more knowledge. Supposed to be writing right now, but oh, what the heck, let's just do it. ISIS claims responsibility for bombing. This is also this morning's headline. ISIS has the gematria 52 like New World Order, and ISIS is the New World Order. That's why most of these men are white with sheets over their face, kind of like your old KKK Klansmen back in the day, creating the fear too, which were also your Masons and who were your sheriff and police back in the day. It's always been the authority scaring the people, because by scaring the people, then it makes you go, oh, I need Big Brother to come help keep me safe. These headlines came out this morning before, you know, James Bond. This was the story earlier this morning. But now they've upped it to 22 dead on the 22nd, the master builder number. Let me get rid of some of these ciphers real quick. If you write out 22, sums to 42 like Freemason. 22 is the master builder number, the Freemasons builders. Here we are in the month of May. If you write out master builder, which is what 22 is in numerology, sums to 57 like Ariana Grande, like England, like Scottish Rite. You see? None of this stuff coincidental. If you write out 42, it sums to 142. Just like if you write out terrorist, it sums to 142. This happened on the 142nd day of the year. You see? And here's what else is cool about Master Builder. If you write out Master Builder, it sums to 147. If you write out Freemason, 147. Conspiracy, 147. If you write out U.S. President, sums to 147. President of the United States, 147. They said 50 injured. It's a shout out to America. 50 injured, 147. 50 states, 147. You see? Again, earlier I explained it all comes back to the vertebrae, the 33 vertebrae. Notice how vertebrae has the overlap with Freemason. See, this is what it's all about. I'm going to write the word Freemason. You'll notice only one value will change. Just this one right here. The rest are all the same. And this is what it's all about. Freemasonry took the knowledge of the old world and the psychopaths up at the top. You got to know one more word here. This is what you got to know. Kabbalah. This is Jewish mysticism when it's used outside of Judaism. It's spelled with a Q, which equals 147. Kabbalah is supposed to be about spiritual ascension. It's supposed to be a good thing. It's about how to be connected with God, this world, you know, the life around you. But there's also another side of Kabbalah, which is the evil side, which is essentially the black magic side, which is about keeping people down. The exact opposite. And it's very clear what's being done by the world elite. They've taken the evil side of this knowledge and targeted humanity with it. You know? So clear. This is all written about in Morals and Dogma, the Masonic text by Albert Pike. Well, he's not writing that they're using it for evil. He's just saying that Masonry owes all thanks to Kabbalah. And if you study what Kabbalah is and you see what's going on in the world, it's not hard to understand. They got to get the children in there, you know, for the extra drama. Notice children equals 143. Here we are on the 143rd day of the year. We talked about all these numbers. 46 and 73 connect to sacrifice. Donald Trump referred to them as evil losers. Evil losers. Look at this. That equals 134, like terrorize, like make America great again. And yesterday I covered how significant this number is once more. We've been talking about 134 and Tisha B'Av, or the 9th of Av. Notice the name Netanyahu, the leader of Israel's 134, and both Tisha B'Av and 9th of Av are. This is the same thing. Tisha B'Av is the Jewish name for 9th of Av, which is the 9th day of the 11th month, the same day in history that supposedly the two Jewish holy sites were destroyed. The two Jewish temples. And they want to build the third temple. It's Jerusalem Day, the third James Bond is dead. You see? You see how this all comes together? Here's Jerusalem Day right here. Jerusalem Day is also 134. 9th of Av is 44. See how this all comes together? Trump, the 44th man to be president of the U.S., in the land of 44 kings of Israel at the Western Wall on the date with 44 numerology before Jerusalem Day. Look at all these words up here. Look at all this gematria. That's what it's all about right here. The Freemasonry coding. Tisha B'Av, the destruction of the two temples, which supposedly happened on the 11th month, the 9th day, but at two different years in history, very far apart. What are the odds that two temples destroyed on 11/9, and then two towers came down on September 11th, where we were told by our own government people were here from Israel to document it, and all the attackers were from Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump just visited Saudi Arabia, now he's in Israel, then he's going to the Vatican. And just look, Donald 119, Star of David 119, All-Seeing Eye 119, Master Plan 119, Vatican 119, Francis 119. After Trump got selected, 119 sheep sent to Israel. King James Bible equals 119. Commercial from 2010, Trump in front of sheep. In New York Times, this staged accident. I said it was all about the wall and Donald Trump and the crash of Wall Street. Then hours later they put out that the driver was Hispanic. Donald Trump trying to build a wall to cut off Mexico. They say a man wearing a Planet Hollywood t-shirt caught him. Think about it, people. Planet Hollywood. They're trying to wake you up. Actors everywhere. Stage scenes. False theatrics everywhere. That's what just happened to Ariana Grande. Then they kill an actor the next day. you know? If he's really dead, I mean, they could have an 89-year-old fake his death. Maybe he's in great health. He's going to live 5 more years. Look at what time they put out this ISIS claims responsibility gives no evidence. I mean, what kind of ISIS claims responsibility? It's because there is no ISIS. Look at what time, though. 113. 113. They just got to put that number in front of your face. The number of deception. Soldier of the Caliphate. 113. You know? Soldier of the Caliphate. A statement posted on the terror group's Telegram channel said that a soldier of the Caliphate, 113, 211, the 47th prime. They even got Pope Francis, the Jesuit gangster, weighing in. And then here's my favorite. Donald Trump between 2 Star Davids. We must obliterate this evil ideology. I mean, do people know what the ideology is of the Talmud, which the Zionist Jews in Israel go by? The ideology is they're God's chosen people. The rest of the world are goy, which means lessers who can be lied to, and the purpose of their existence is they are a slave race to serve their Jewish masters. That is the ideology, and here we are in the U.S. working our ass off. Most of us have nothing to show for ourselves, slaving away paying taxes that are siphoned over to Israel. And what's Israel do in the world? Well, it's not just Israel. This was going on again before Israel. The Zionist Jews, they were in Europe, they were in the UK, they've been in America, they helped bring about Israel. But the Zionist Jews, this is the sick ideology that needs to be ousted. In nations like France, you can't even speak against it. In France, had to be put in prison. It's illegal. It is a prison sentence to call out the Jewish ideology and what's being done in this world. Donald Trump, who all of his children have married into Jewish families. And, you know, people say that Donald Trump's always signaling the 666 with his hand. I don't know that that's true because a lot of us, when we speak, we just naturally will put our fingers together and it looks like 666. But if there ever was a time that a photo was chosen with this hand motion and this in the background, I mean, it is this right here. 666, the number of the beast. Don't forget what the beast is. Beast in ordinal gematria, 47, like time, 47. The beast is time. Look at the number 88. You can make that number with 4 circles. Put 4 circles together, you can create 88. There's 360 degrees in a circle. 360 times 4 is 1,440. 1,440. 1,440 minutes every single day. We talked about how time is signified in numbers by 144, the square root of 144, which is the same as 1,440 without a 0 at the end. The square root of 144, 12. 12 months, 12 hours in the morning. The evening. I want you to see the gematria of clockwork real quick. Clockwork in Sumerian gematria, where you multiply times 6, 666. Time, number of the beast. Israel was established in the year 47 on the 333rd day of that year, November 29th, 1947, by a 33-member vote by the United Nations. If you write out 47th problem of Euclid, sums to 333. So important to Masonry. 47, 333. 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation. Israel recognized as a nation in 47 on the 333rd day. And again, time, beast, Trump and Israel. The name Trump, by the way, is 47. Notice the 88 as well. They're calling Trump the first Jewish president, jokingly. But anyway, that headline, "We must obliterate this evil ideology," sums to 404. Lose the 0, you're right back to 44. Remember his campaign, "Make America Great Again," also 404. In Revelation, there's 404 verses, the final book of the Bible, where the warnings are trumpets, trumpets. This is the Trump-Pence ticket, you see? And again, Make America Great Again, 134. We've been talking about June 3rd, 134 days after Trump takes office. Might get some big headlines. It's a Saturday, and typically the weekends aren't busy, but in recent history, they've been putting a lot of false flags on the weekends. So we're going to watch what happens June 3rd, Saturday, 134 days after Mr. Make America Great Again takes office. Another stage scene that doesn't make any sense, just a trail of blood going nowhere, people on the ground with no blood around them. When they put these scenes together, they just look idiotic every time. It's like, who's falling for this? People who don't know how to question. People who don't know how to think for themselves. People who don't know history. People who just trust blindly in authority. It's got to change. They said the bomb went off. A lot of sources said it went off around 10:30. Some said 10:35. 135 special number. Just had it up on the screen. That's also in military time 22:30 or 22:35, which would have a 235 sequence in it, 23/5. Also 22:30, 223. Talked about that. They said the attacker's 23 years old. Symbol, rage, died, fake. They said he killed himself. He was a suicide bomber. Manchester has gematria 43 like massacre. ISIS claims responsibility for Manchester bombing. 271, the 58th prime. And again, all of this is to make you look to Big Brother. Big Brother. You know, Freemasonry, secret society, annuit coeptus. In God we trust. Who is they? They is Freemasonry. They 58. Could go on all day, Truth Seeker, but got to write that book. Down below, I'm going to link the UK false flag playlist. Take the time to watch this. Lots of information you need to know. Big Ben, 39. Brexit, 39. May, 39. Cameron, 39. 39 coded all over the attack on March 22nd. It came 39 weeks after Brexit. Big Ben is 39, just like clockwork. Every single one of these terror attacks, without exception, is done by the numbers, by this code, 39 books in the Old Testament, where Masonry's history is based in. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.